Borough fans, hello and welcome back to another big match preview episode on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. Once again, hello to all the people listening on the audibles, and also hello to everybody that is tuning in on YouTube right now on this season on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. Oh my God, guys, what is going on? The games, well, the top of the table clash games just keep coming and coming and coming. Last week it was Lincoln. And unfortunately, the result didn't go our way that day. But this Saturday, oh my God, this is the biggest game of the season, isn't it? Second v third. Who would have thought this back in July when we were in Torrevieja for our pre-season duties? But we do host Bradford City at home on Saturday. It's sure to be an absolute belter of a match. Bradford, a little bit like us, have had an unbelievable start in the top three pretty much the whole season. And lo and behold, we both play each other this weekend. Again, it was one of these matches that we all looked out for on the fixture list. I remember being on holiday in Fuerteventura in June, and the fixtures come out. I looked out for this game, and I saw it at the end of October. I remember thinking, I wonder where both teams will be in the division. Maybe I didn't think we'd be second or third, or maybe someone like me probably would have thought that, but there you go. On the podcast tonight, this is a bit of a stranger on this one, making a kind of return to the Stevenage Football Club podcast, let's say. Bradford City fan and also host of the Lower League Look podcast, our very good friend, Mr. Liam Chew. Liam,
I'm back.
What are we doing? What are we doing, mate?
Back. Yeah, we're back. Do you know what? You just said, going back to July when you were in Torrevieja, saying you'd have never thought, like, mate, 90th minute of the last game of the season, I didn't think this was going to be happening. So it's for us, like, we're just, you know what, we're beyond riding a wave now. We're having that argument with people because people keep saying, oh, you're on a bounce, you're just on that wave from being promoted. We're like, we're at the end of October, boys. At this point, it's time to admit that we're actually pretty good at football. Yeah, I'm buzzing. I can't wait. I'm loving it. Good to be back.
Can we talk about the 96th minute promotion winning goal? Can we talk about? I'm sure you'll talk about it to the cows come.
Talk about it as much as you want.
Yeah, mate. I just thought it'd be the great little kind of warming start to our conversation tonight. Come on, what a fucking moment that was, right? What on earth?
I've said to my missus, I'll never experience that in my life again. Not the promotion, the way it happened. And you know, it's funny. So I said, she said, oh, what time are you going to be home? I said, I don't know. I said, I don't know what's going to happen. So I really don't know what's going on. And in the 89th minute, I texted her and I said, oh, look, put me some tea on. If you're making tea, I'll be home soon. And 5 minutes later, I had to text her again. I was like, take it back out. I'm not coming home. And she was watching at home. And she messaged back. She went, well, when are you going to be home? I said, it's a bank holiday. As long as I'm back by Monday night, don't you worry about it. It's like, I'm fine. And yeah, I mean, we had the pitch invasion. And weirdly, because I used to work there, obviously I don't work there anymore, but I ended up the wrong side of the stewards. Like the stewards were getting the fans off, but they kind of saw me, recognized me, and left me. So I ended up with the players, like celebrating with them. And then full time came. Obviously, everyone on the pitch again. After everyone had gone, we ended up back on the pitch, like with the players. I had my photo with the promotion, we've been promoted thing, and with Graham Alexander with the plate that we got, and then ended up in the players' lounge dancing on tables. And see, I've got videos of like players singing songs, and it's just the whole night ended in an Irish bar in Bradford on karaoke with the entire team. And it was like one of the players came up to me in the players' lounge and was like, oh, where is everybody? I said, oh, everyone's down on North Parade, which is our big drinking like bit. It's like quite nice in Bradford. It's one of the nice bars. It's like everyone's down there. And he kind of looked at me and went, yeah, but we're not from Bradford. If we don't know where North Parade is, I was like, follow me, boys. I've got a video on my phone of me walking down Manningham Lane with the squad and coaching staff in tow. Andy Cook disappears into a shop, comes out with 4 cans, starts chanting in car windows. He gets a bottle of champagne, pours it down his throat, and it's just like the weirdest part about it was 3 hours later, he was walking around with a massive speaker over his shoulder, and we're all looking at him, and I went, where have you got that? I said, because you didn't have that when we left. Like, where has this speaker come from? And yeah, the whole thing. Then parade, and I know people laughed at us and said, "Oh, you're having a parade for finishing third." It's like we don't get a lot to celebrate at this football club.
You've been promoted.
Yeah, 20,000 people in the city centre of Bradford celebrating promotion. I don't care. And then we had a strong summer. We knew we'd had a strong summer. We knew we'd had a strong summer. We were saying we've had the strongest of the promoted sides, and people kind of wrote us off and said that we hadn't. But I mean, look at us now. We're sat third. We were first a couple of weeks ago. You guys had your game in hand and had to take it off us, but still, doesn't matter.
Do you know what? What I love about that story, and I can kind of reiterate with you from our promotion a few years ago, everyone has their own promotion day, their own memory of their own team's promotion day. And mine was 3 years ago with us. And, you've seen yours in the summer. And I love how everyone's got the story of their promotion day. And it's great when you talk about going out with the players. I remember doing that with our team that got promoted on that night. We went to Cinnabar in the Old Town. Yeah. And you're all in there and you're sitting around your heroes and you're thinking, what is going on here? We've just been promoted. And I so agree with you as well. It doesn't matter. You've been automatically promoted. Like, I feel like when you get automatically promoted, it's like you've won the blooming league. I mean, do you know what I mean? It feels there's no difference. You've been promoted, which I just thought was so amazing for you guys. And
it was.
Wow.
The thing is, the way in which we did it, I think, is the reason we're in such a strong position now. Because I said this to some Donny fans. Doncaster Port Vale got promoted before the season ended. They didn't go into that game thinking, if we don't win this, we don't go up. They knew that if they lost, they had another chance the week after. We didn't have that. We had to win. So we fought until the last kick of the last game. Makes it even sweeter that Walsall players were celebrating on the pitch at Crewe, which everyone loves to see. Walsall throwing away a 17
and then they're losing the final as well, right?
They were 17 points ahead of us. 17 points ahead of us.
They can't do it, honestly.
Well, because they declared they'd won the league in January, and that's the problem. But we the way we did it, I think, is kind of, we don't give up, and we don't give up now. And Graham Alexander's got us playing a way where, if we're 1-0 down, we will fight until the last kick of the game. And we, over the last few years, we've gone 1-0 down and sat back. At times, there's been times where we've played to keep a 1-0 loss, and it's insane to see us actually going for it. I'm really looking forward to Saturday because I know you guys have started well. I know a few of your players, so I'll be looking forward to getting those messages out full time if we win. I actually last season we lost to Swindon towards the end, 5-4. Last minute.
I remember that game.
Horrific. I was sat in the Swindon end. So imagine how I felt. And on the way home, I'm driving up and my phone pings up and it's one of your players. And it just said, "What have you done?" And I was like, right. So we ended up on the phone and it was just, I think you guys had played Wickham and I think you lost 2-1.
Yes. Was this back end of the season?
Yeah.
So we'd lost to them away, literally last minute.
Lunchtime kickoff, was it?
Yeah, early kickoff. We literally, it was like 93rd minute. We let
them go. Yeah. And I had an hour-long conversation with one of your players driving up, and that's the only thing that stopped me slamming my car into the central reservation because I was done. I was like, we have thrown it away. If we'd have won that game, I still think we'd have won the league. But you know what? Looking back on it, I wouldn't change a single thing. It was weird, but here we are.
Here we are, mate. I'm second v third. What is going on? I mean, look, you know me. I'm like my favourite team and favourite season, but I'm like a little kid at the minute.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I bet you probably can. Really quickly, obviously, after the pro, let's talk about your summer then, because obviously you get promoted, and we've been in that situation before. You get promoted, and you think, oh, hang on a sec, we've got to build a team for League One. Talk to us about that process. Obviously, you have the promotion. Good job that you got it done before the playoffs, because I always tend to find it gives you a little bit more time than going through the playoffs. Yeah. Right? Although Wimbledon at the minute are killing it as well, but there you go.
Yeah, we don't talk about Wimbledon.
Yeah, we won't talk about it. That's for another podcast. Talk to us about the summer, the business.
Yeah.
I can imagine the club was just buzzing, and you sell out all your season tickets, don't you? Great place to be. But yeah, talk to us about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they were just short of 23,000 there on Saturday. We sold out against Huddersfield 24 something. Yeah, we're kind of, the summer was a weird one. So we haven't signed anyone that I think anyone would look at and go, oh wow, that is a statement signing. But what we've done is we've signed very, very good, dependable players for this level. But we've not just done it once, we've signed backups. So at the minute, we played Barnsley on Saturday, and Barnsley have come out and said that Bradford will win the league. Barnsley fans, after the way we played, they've said that the way we play, they'd love to see their club playing that way. But you look at it, we've currently got 8 players out, 5 of which would walk into our first team. And they didn't play on Saturday. And you're like, well, our second string team's taking a team like that, and fans are coming away going, these guys are going to win the league. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we're going to win the league. But the fact that people are kind of taking us a little bit more serious now. But yeah, the summer, we got rid of our captain. He went to Tranmere. We replaced him with Max Power. Greatest name in football. Let's call it as it is. Greatest name in football. And he has been a game changer for us. He has been absolutely sensational. We brought Josh Nuffel in from Wimbledon, who got their player of the season last year. He's playing at right wing back and getting himself forward again. He's scoring quite a few goals. He's very difficult to beat down that right-hand side. Curtis Tilt from Salford, and people laughed when we signed Curtis Tilt.
I remember that signing.
Yeah, and after the first game, like I've said, like I've done a lot of work with Salford over the last few years, and I remember tweeting the day that he signed, and the tweet's still there because I don't delete them, but I put a tweet out that said, there's not a single Bradford fan alive that's watched Curtis Tilt more than me, and I can tell you now, if there's one thing that you get in, it's a leader on the pitch, and he'll do well for us. And he's injured. He's nearly back. I don't know if he'll be back for Saturday, but absolutely sensational again. Stephen Humphreys came in from Barnsley. We're still not really sure on his position because he's playing as a striker, but everyone says he's a winger. But he is playing as a striker. He scored on Saturday against his old club. Beautiful. But yeah, generally the business has been Ibu Toure, because we always have to sign someone from Stockport. Nick Powell, who's now with us, who's out injured. He's actually had more days injured than he has anything else. And yeah, generally we've kept the main core together. We finished the season really strong, and we've ended up going on strong because we've kind of just replaced with better. But I wouldn't say we've replaced with like exceptionally better. We haven't gone, right, we've got a player here and then replaced them with a player up here. We've kind of just gone that bit better, but it's been enough to kind of get us to where we need to be. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving this.
Do you know what? I'm just looking at your squad now, right? So I've just gone back to that. And I know you've got a few injuries as well. I've just gone back to the squad against Barnsley. So Walker, Byrne, Wright, McIntyre, Nerfield, Patterson, Power, Toure, Sarcevic, Kavanagh, Humphreys. I know you've got obviously Poynton as well and Swan. But when you look through that squad, that's a really solid squad. And actually, the point I was going to make is, even though you haven't done loads of like business in terms of, you go up a league, what you'd expect at League One this season, and I think you can see it with the division, it is extremely open. I mean, it's not like the last few years where you've had a real front runner or 2 front runners that you're like, they're going to go on and smash that. This season, and this is why I think it's great for teams like yourself and teams like us and Wimbledon and Lincoln. It's just an open bracket this season. I don't think you've got that. So I think a team like yours, are a proper solid side, I don't think it's a surprise that you're doing the things you're doing, even though it is in terms of no one would have thought that, our 2 teams would be up there. Do you see what I mean?
No. Yeah, I mean, look, I said survival this season, and I'm still saying that now. When people keep saying to me, "Oh, what do you think you'll do this season?" All I'm focused on is that magic 50-point mark. So that's it. That's it for me. Let's get to that 50-point mark, and then I'll worry about the rest. I'll look at how much time's left, and then I'll make another prediction. I want to stay up. I don't care until it's done. Until it's done, it's not done. But yeah, I think you look at that. We've got players that were League One ready. Bobby Poynton was one who's never played at League One. He's come through our youth academy. Wow. Bradford fans love him, and we all know what he can do. And then you kind of see he's stepped up into League One and he's tearing people apart. But it's not just the squad. look at the teams we've played and beaten.
Yeah, you've beaten a lot of good sides.
Yeah, so we've got opening game of the season, Wickham. Wickham were up there for most of last season. We beat them. Luton beat them. Stockport. I sat in the home end at Stockport, and I will say this now: the first half of football that Stockport played is the best half of football I've seen in years. They were incredible. Second half, we adapted, we pressed, they couldn't beat us. Beat Stockport. Huddersfield. The amount of grief I'd been getting from my mates who are Huddersfield fans in the build up to this game is quite funny. I'll tell you a story, you'll like this. So I met them in this little town called Brighouse, near to me, between Bradford and Huddersfield. I met them for breakfast.
I know the area really well.
Oh, you do, don't you? Yeah, sorry, you do, because you run past my house.
I run past your house, yeah.
So we were in Brighouse. We met at Wetherspoons for breakfast, and there's me and 4 Huddersfield fans, and I'm in this is a Huddersfield pub. I've got my Bradford coat on because I'm like, nah, bollocks, I'm not hiding. Coat's on, zipped up. I'm like, yeah, having breakfast. And they were putting bets on, and like one of them put 4-0, one of them put 5-0. And I said, do me a favour. I said, I don't think we'll win today. I said, but back Bobby Poynton to score. Because like I know Bobby, and Bobby had said, not if I score, when I score. And he'd said what his celebration was going to be. And I was like, back Bobby to score. Anyway, I drove us to the ground, and then we were meeting afterwards, and I were driving us back to Brighouse. It got to half time. I got my phone out and I started doing in the group chat. How are you doing, boys? You all right? How are you feeling? 3-0 down at half time. What's going on? And I sent a text. I went, I said, it'll be difficult for me to get down Midland Road after the game. I said, I'll walk round, but I'll meet you back at the car. And all I got back was, we're already in the taxi. They'd left. And mate, they haven't spoken to me since. So I keep randomly ringing them and sending them messages and just like highlight what they read to me. Because one of them, they were top scorers in the league going into that game.
Yeah.
And one of them said it was something like the top scorers of the league don't care who scores on the championship train. So it was actually today I quoted that and sent back with the little stat I told you before. And I just put the top scorers in the country don't care either.
Oh, that's a killer for them.
Because they're always, I said, you're never living this down. Your comments are there, and I'm ready for it. And yeah. So look, like teams that we've beaten, who you expect to be up there, and then not just that, the cup run, Blackburn away, Stoke away. We don't talk about Newcastle aside from Andy Cook's goal, but yeah, we've had a good one. We've had a lot of years of rubbish, so I'm really, really happy to just kind of glide through at the minute and enjoy this wave because it's going to get rough.
Yeah, mate, it's unbelievable. I mean, again, right, I'm looking at the table. Again, it's unbelievable that we're both there, but I'm like looking at the table at the minute, right? 12 games, 7 wins, 4 draws, just 1 defeat. So you're the team with the fewest defeats in the whole division. I think we were saying off the pod, weren't we? You've scored the most goals in the whole of England,
in the whole country, yeah,
whole country,
35 goals.
Wow, unbelievable. So what was that? 22 in the league, and then the others in the cups. I think
I think it's possibly less than that.
22 in the league.
Is it 22 in the league?
Yeah. Which you're leading the division. I think Cardiff for next like 21 or 20. We're on 17. Unbelievable start. As you've said there, you've beaten some the massive team. I mean, again, I thought the 2 wins that stuck out for me for you guys were Stockport and Huddersfield. I think the beat Stockport was huge. Huddersfield, we played them away. It was our first loss this season. We'd won our opening 4 matches. And we were brilliant that day. We never deserved to lose, but we watched the level of football that day, and it was like, wow. Yeah. It was so to go and beat them at home.
We played them off the park as well. Like in every single, there wasn't a single Huddersfield player on the pitch that day that would have got into our team.
Blimey.
We were that good. And
they've got some good players. When you look at Sorensen and wow.
Yeah, they've got good players. I mean, like, look, overall, let's be brutal honest, Huddersfield are a better squad. They've got a better squad than we have. But sometimes it's not just about the talent, it's about the cohesion, it's about the style of play. And we play a very, very aggressive pressing style. And they didn't like that. They like time on the ball. They like to pass about. They didn't have a chance to do that. And yeah, Oh well, Huddersfield.
Oh well, the Terriers. Was it who to be a Terrier in it?
It's something like that. The dog, but we call them the dog botherers.
Oh, is that what you call them? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dog. We call them. They call us something else about chickens.
Yeah. Well, the chicken's pecked, or what is it that you've just been pecked
You've
by the
just been
chicken?
pecked by the chickens.
What
Yeah,
is going on there?
it's
We've
funny, isn't it?
stolen that, by the way. We've got,
Everyone has.
mate. I know we've got a picture. Jordan Roberts had a toaster on a. Who was it? Was it what away match was it? I think it was Mansfield away. Basically, our players have got this thing where everybody for every away trip they do has to bring an item. And Jordan Roberts brought a toaster, so we now say you've just been toasted by Jordan Roberts if he ever scores, or do you know what I mean? We've just nicked chickens. You know what I mean?
Well, we've got multiple ones. We've got you've just been humped by Stephen Humphreys. But
surely
then,
cooked by Andy Cook. Surely that's one.
cooked by Andy Cook is one. Andy Cook is one. But yeah, it started with Stockport away. Did that? It was because we played so poor. No, we didn't play poorly in that first half. We didn't play great. Stockport were just that good. But Stockport fans were kind of responding, going, "Oh, this is a 5-6-0 game." This at half time when they were 1-0 up. So when we won, Bradford fans went insane, and it was like over 1 million hits on that Stockport full-time post, and it was just all you've been pecked by the chickens. And now we're at a point where teams don't actually care whether they beat us; they just care if they don't lose. They're happy to draw just to avoid they say we want to avoid a pecking. And but they've started chanting it as well, like pecked by the, and I'm like, oh come on, like no, let's
no
not do
doubt,
that.
no doubt, our staff at the Lamex on Saturday are going to be like Stanley knifing off stickers on the
Oh, 100%.
mate, they're going to be everywhere, aren't they? I was going to ask, mate. I know you mentioned it there. Style this season. How you play, how you set up, players that have really impressed you. I know that there's a load in there. Also, players that might not have impressed you so far. Just give us the lowdown, mate, on Bradford City so far.
Style is we play out from the back, but we play an aggressive, really aggressive press. We generally, I think, if you go back, the games that we tend to do better in, we have less of the ball. We're better off. Well, I don't want to say we're better off the ball than on it, but when we have more of the ball, we don't tend to do as much with it as when we do when we don't. I think we kind of make the most of the ball that we get. So yeah, it's a very aggressive, a lot of wing play, balls into the box, but it's not like high balls into the box. We're not crossing for headers. It's passing into the box, and you know the wingers will cut in, and when they go to cross into the box, if there's no one free, they'll shoot. And it's again, we haven't done that. We've not done that for years. So yeah, that's the kind of where we're at with style. As far as players and who's impressed me, there's not really anyone who hasn't impressed me at this point. Everyone's done something. It's hard to pick. I don't want to pick faults. Even to the point where Neil Byrne's one that I've kind of always gone, right, come on. Like why Neil Byrne was at Hartlepool with Timmy Odesina. And we signed Timmy Odesina over Neil Byrne because Timmy Odesina was the better player. And Timmy Odesina couldn't get in our team. And I was like, why are we signing the guy that was his backup? You know, why are we signing the second? Anyway, on Saturday, for some reason, because of injuries, Neil Byrne played sort of a right centre-back of a 3, making runs up and down the wing, crossing balls in. And I'm like, what? How have we got Neil Byrne as a winger right now? Yeah, strange to see. I'm really happy with everyone. Who would I say has been Nerfville has been the best player for us so far.
He's been the top. I've noticed that he won the Player of the Month, didn't he? And he's been one of the top players, Nerfville, isn't he?
Yeah, he just looks confident. He's one of those where if he beats his man the first time he tries it in the game, you're in for a horrid game with him because he'd just do it again and again and again. And his feet, I still don't understand how he does it because I don't understand how the human brain can work that fast because his feet move faster than I think my brain can't move that fast. And it's just watching it. It's just nice to see. Yeah, we've got a lot of fighters in our team. Yeah, no complaints. No one's really had a poor one. Even players that we expected to, that last season we kind of wrote off. Tommy Lee was one that we wrote off last season. He's been sensational this season. Better suited to League One than League Two, apparently. So, yeah, buzzing.
Exciting stuff. There is something that I do want to quickly touch on before we look ahead to the big top of the table clash. What is going on? You happen to, well, I say no, but have a good little relationship with one of our players.
I do.
And this has been on my mind, actually. Mr. Jake Young.
Yeah. Obviously, no Jake from his time at City. Was I take credit for his move to Swindon. It was something that I pushed on my side, and he ended up going. And I don't know how it happened, but it happened.
That commission.
I know, and thing is, I know that Swindon do watch and pay very close attention to what we say because they keep trying to sue us. So there's a good chance that they did pay some attention to that. So yeah, I still speak to Young A. He was the player in question that rang me after the Swindon game away, and his parents live 5 minutes down the road from me, so he still comes up, spends time there. I interviewed him not that long ago, and I was telling you about this before, but I haven't told you the full thing because I want you to guess.
So, this is what I'm excited about. I've been reading this here.
So Jake Young has 2 hobbies. Okay.
Yeah.
And when we asked him, we said, what does Jake Young get up to in the off season? What does it look like for you? Because obviously players, they go on holiday, and we thought he was just going to say, nice holidays, relaxing. He didn't. He mentioned 2 hobbies, and we froze and said, "You're lying. You're winding us up." And then I rang him afterwards and had a chat, and he was like, "I'm legitimately serious." He showed me the stuff that he's bought off Amazon to do it. So it's a legitimate thing. He does it down in Stevenage as well. So, but the thing is, I'm worried about telling you because when you find out what it is, he'll ring me. He'll be like, "Fucking Matt Farley's here."
Can I guess? Can I take a guess?
Yeah, go on, take some guesses.
Was it two hobbies?
Two hobbies.
And they're not unique. These are just normal.
They're not unique. No, these are hobbies that loads of people do, but you would never expect Jake Young to do them.
So I would, see, if I was picking your traditional hobby for someone like, I'd say traveling, or, that would be something I'd say for Jake. But knowing that it's a bit of a what, I'm going to go for plane spotting and bird watching or painting up.
Both of them, plane spotting and bird watching.
I've got them.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, I swear. He said in the park near where he is, there's like a little wooden bird watching hut, and he's got a little backpack with binoculars and a book, and he sits in there and he bird watches.
Stop it.
And then when he comes up here, he goes to Manchester Airport to the viewing bit, and he watches the planes come in.
You're kidding.
No.
That's his hobbies.
Yeah, those are his hobbies. And I'm like, do you know what? Fair play. A young lad in his early 20s living that close to London, and he chooses to bird spot.
Yeah.
He could be doing so much more down there. So yeah, no, that's those are his hobbies: bird watching and plane spotting. He has a favorite plane. I can't remember what it is, but legitimately, it's a real thing for him.
Do you know what? So I have this like app on my phone, right? And I wouldn't say it's a hobby for me, but I really like it when, like, if I'm at work or I'm here or wherever I am, and I see a plane go over and I look at it.
Oh, you hold it up and my missus does it.
Does she do it?
Yeah.
Flight radar, amazing. Yeah. You stick the AR on and it tells you, and it's like, if it's going to New York or San Francisco. Oh, it's unbelievable. I love it. Yeah. I don't think I could sit there at an airport though and get the old laptop out.
Right. Well, but the thing is, so Manchester Airport has at the end of the runway has a proper viewing part, but it's like Concorde is there.
Yeah.
So you can go in, you can go on Concorde. There's flight simulator experiences and stuff. So there's a lot there. There's like all the museums with all the different planes and aviation stuff in. So he absolutely loves it. He was up here over the summer, spending some time with his family, and that was what he was doing. He was going to plane spot.
God, hopefully all that plane spotting and bird watching will help him kick into form now he's back.
Not on Saturday, please.
Yeah, you watch, mate. He come on last night. We were thinking, God, that's good time. That's coincidental, isn't it?
I know. He's worked his ass off, hasn't he, for this? Thing is, he's got a point to prove as well. And I hold no ill will towards Jake. There's a lot of people that kind of do. And I know the backstory of why he left. And first of all, he was treated like rubbish by the club. It wasn't good. He was left out of the pre-season tour. He was made to train with the kids. He was sent out on loan to Swindon. They then called him back. And they told him that he was in the plans and blah, blah, blah. They wanted him to stay at the club. They wanted him to be the main man at the club. And he said, okay, that's fine. Give me a new contract then. If you value me so much, then we need to talk about contracts. And the club wouldn't give him a contract. And he said, well, then you don't value me like you say. And that's when the conversations came about moving to different clubs, and Stevenage came in, and yeah, off he went. Obviously, when he went, and then Dan Kemp came along,
Oh,
and that was obviously for people like I wanted Dan Kemp at Bradford, and he's gone to you guys. It's nice to see him now finding his feet because they lived together at Swindon. Those two, they were
yeah.
sharing an apartment.
You know what? I was just going to say, there's a really cool video. It was filmed back in pre-season when we all went. It was a great trip. We all went to Spain. The first time we've ever been abroad, actually, and it was
really.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, we've been to Jersey, but you can't really call that abroad, can you? It's
Right.
not. So first time we went, it was so weird seeing the team out there, and we went out with a few of the players on the night, and the club did a YouTube video of it was like this or that with Kempy and Jake Young.
Yeah.
So they were on the balcony in their room together in Spain, and it was like a 20-30 minute. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant, and they debate things. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, they're very, very good together. I think him rooming with Dan Kemp down at Swindon probably saved his football career at that point because Bradford had ground him down. He was absolutely beaten into the ground at Bradford, and they weren't treating him well. And a lot of Bradford fans think that he left Bradford and he owed us something, but he didn't. He didn't owe us anything. Like a footballer comes and footballers go. If people knew the full story, things that went on kind of behind the scenes, they would probably go, do you know what? I'm surprised he stuck as long as he did. So fair play to Jake. I'm glad he's doing well. I'm glad he's back now, and I'm hoping that he's going to do well after Saturday. You know what? I hope he gets a hat trick on Saturday, but I hope we score 4.
I love that. Let's talk about it because it is an unbelievable match. I mean, again, when our fixtures come out, and someone would have said to me this would be a second, third match, and both our teams would achieve what they've achieved this season. Unbelievable. 2 teams then, you guys in third place, us in second, same amount of points. It's been an unbelievable season, and we get to play each other on Saturday. I mean, I think for us guys, it's probably our biggest game of the season so far. First of all, before we get into it, mate, kind of thoughts on it. What a game. Do you fancy it? Do you fancy your chances?
So, every single game we've played this season, I predicted us to lose. So, I'm not going to break that trend
that's
because
not changing.
it's worked massively for us. However, what I will say in this is that teams that have recently come up from League Two, so Doncaster, Wimbledon, yourselves only a couple of years ago, Stockport, when we did the first half with them, we've struggled more against because they've got that kind of that dog in them. They've got that fight in them because to come out of League Two and then not just be in League One, but kind of thrive in League One, you've got to have that fight. There's big teams here. We've gone from we were the big fish in League Two. We were the entire time we were there, we were the big fish in League Two. You kind of look back and go, God, I didn't really appreciate that. Like, we were the big boys. We're not now. We're not the big boys. We are one of them. Attendances wise, we are the biggest, but we're not the big boys in terms of a club. We've now got a fight. And teams like yourselves, Mansfield, not Burton, because, Stockport.
I was going to say, the team that are in the drop and then just stay up every season. It'll happen again.
Essentially, they are the Harrogate Town of League One.
Yeah.
But yeah, teams like yourselves, Stockport, Wimbledon, Doncaster, Mansfield, teams like that have been in that position and had to fight to get out of League Two. I think we struggle against more. I think they're the harder games for us. Wimbledon, we didn't turn up for Doncaster. We were horrific, but we tried we played against Wimbledon and we beat them 3-2, but Wimbledon gave us the toughest game we've had in terms of head to head. Wimbledon gave us a really tough game. Maybe Barnsley, but you'd expect Barnsley to. Wimbledon was the one we kind of, you're like, oh, they've just come up, we had a better summer than them. We took the best player. Doncaster beat us. They beat us 3-1, and they deserved to beat us 3-1. We were horrific that day, but I put that down a lot to us not turning up. And I mean, we'll look at it. I mean, so if I'll go on it here. If I look at the league now, pull Doncaster up. Where are they? Scroll down.
They've dropped down to like 12th, haven't they,
Yeah.
Doncaster, I
I'm
think?
still scrolling. So Doncaster, you look at Doncaster's results.
Mm.
They beat us on the 6th of September.
A long time ago now.
Mate, they've not won a game since. They've drawn one game and lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've lost
Wow.
5, drawn 1 since beating
Mm.
us.
Mm.
So we haven't lost since.
Wow.
And it's
Yeah.
like it's contrasting. You look at it and you kind of go, well, I would have like going into that game. To be fair, going into that game, I did want us to lose, and
Mm.
that sounds bad. I wanted us to lose because a week later we had Huddersfield, and I did not want to play Huddersfield with an unbeaten record.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I said if Huddersfield beat us, that'll be horrible. So I
We
kind
had
of
it with them. They beat us, and there's not even a rivalry, and they took the
yeah,
piss.
they would have done with us if they. But I mean, look, if I'd have known that we were going to smash them 3-1, I'd have said, yeah, let's beat Donny. But I kind of was willing to lose to Doncaster to protect that and get rid of that little pressure. But yeah, you look at it, Doncaster, they've lost to everyone apart from they drew against Burton,
Mm.
and they've not had a particularly hard run. They
Mm.
played Wigan. Wigan haven't clicked yet. Wimbledon, obviously, Wimbledon came up with them. Luton haven't clicked yet. Rubbish, really. Burton, Leyton Orient, another team that you either get the best of them or they don't do it. You guys know all about Leyton Orient.
Ugh.
And then they lost to Northampton.
Yeah.
They're on a horrific run of results, but they've had a really poor run of teams to play. Like those are games that they should have been winning. Then you look at ours. Out of all, to be fair, this and I don't know 100% your run, but I would be quite confident in saying that I think we've had the toughest run of the teams at the top this season.
Yeah, you have. Like we've so in our run of fixtures, and it was just the way they fell. Before we played Lincoln Saturday,
Yeah,
the only top team that we'd play, we beat Luton 2-0 at home at the
yeah,
start of October, but I'm not really putting them in that bracket at the minute. The only team was Huddersfield. We'd literally, other than Huddersfield, we played Mansfield and drew with them away, but we'd beaten every team that we played in the bottom 40. But Lincoln was the only other top team that we'd played along with Huddersfield, for example. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you look at the table. We beat Blackpool. We drew against Peterborough. This is from the bottom up. We beat Wickham. We drew with Rotherham, and we beat Luton. They're the teams in the bottom half. Obviously, Luton you'd have expected to be up there. Wickham you'd have expected to be up there. Then you come into the top half and we smashed Cardiff 3-0 away from home. Like that was disgusting to watch. We beat Stockport. We beat Wimbledon. We beat Huddersfield. We drew with Barnsley. We lost to Doncaster. Like we've played teams that you expect to be up there, and we've come away with something. And this is why I'm quite happy to predict us to lose, because always set the bar low and you'll always be pleasantly surprised.
Do you know what I keep seeing a lot of as well? So I was having this chat with my mates and we were talking about the statistics for it, because when you look at the statistics for this specific match, it's uneffing believable, right? So obviously you've got second and third, the same amount of points, right? You boys have scored the most goals in the division. We've conceded the fewest goals in the division. You've got one of the best away forms in the division. We've won absolutely every single game at home in all competitions this season. So when you put the stats together, this game should be an unbelievable game. But one of the boys went, Farley, it has got 0-0 written
all over.
And I went, surely not for a game, but
no.
the statistics. But
we won't draw 0-0. We've drawn one game 0-0. We drew against Northampton at the very beginning of the season. I think it was the first away game, but I don't see us. We score goals. Well, obviously we score goals, and we will come to score goals if we can look. And this isn't meant to be disrespectful to Stevenage in any way, but if we can go to Cardiff and smash 3 goals in, we've got to be looking at coming to Stevenage to smash goals in. Cardiff, for me, should win this league. At this point now, Cardiff are first. Aside from your game in hand, I don't think Cardiff slip up. Now, I think Cardiff should, I don't want to say run away with it, but I think they'll just be chugging along to the point that they need to be. And we went there, played them off the park, and came away with the 3 points. So I think we've got to come and try and score goals. Look, Graham Alexander would not be happy with a 0-0. He would not be happy with coming and playing out a 0-0. He does not want that. He wants us to pick up results. He wants us to get those wins. I'm buzzing. I can't wait to see how it plays out on Saturday. I'm not coming down annoyingly. So,
mate, I thought you were going to say you were doing it, but it's difficult, wasn't it, with tickets and stuff?
No, I'm moving house.
Oh,
so we were supposed to be moving house on Saturday. It's now been put back till Tuesday. So I could have come. Me and Fifey from Fools Rush In, we were coming to Stevenage. It was always from the second we got the fixtures.
I got a message from him about this, actually, that he was planning on. He messaged me a few weeks ago.
Yeah, because I told him I couldn't make it because of the house move. So he said he was still going to go. But me and Fifey were coming to the game, and we were going to come and sit in the Stevenage end and come and see you. But the house move, and it's been put back till Tuesday. So really, I could have come, which is irritating. But do you know what? It's I'll be watching.
Yeah,
through whatever means I need to watch.
Look at him, Bob. It's going to be extremely exciting. Score prediction, mate. Go on. What are you going for?
Oh, see, no, because
I know you're going to do it. You're going to predict a loss because I feel like that's.
No, do you want head or heart?
Give us both. I think it's good to have both.
So my head is doing what I've said, and I think 2-1 Stevenage.
Okay.
Based on what I've seen this season, 4-0 Bradford.
Oh God, could you imagine that?
So that's my heart. And that's just me being really optimistic as like a lover of the club. But every time I write this football club off, they prove me wrong. And I feel like it's getting to a point where I kind of can't keep writing them off. So look, it's either, I think... do you know what? The first 10, 15 minutes will be really, really telling.
Huge.
as to whether you guys are playing for a draw because you know we score goals, or whether we've gone away and thought we can, they've got a really, really solid defense we're not going to get. But I'm interested. There's a couple of battles I can't wait to see. I want to see Sarcevic go straight through Piergiani if he's playing.
He'll be playing. He's back.
Yeah, he's not injured. Yeah, right. Okay. I want to see Sarcevic go straight through Piergiani because that'll be funny. And I don't wrong, I love Piergiani. Again, I'd have him in my team like that.
He's been brilliant this season.
Yeah, he's a quality player. He's a quality player, is Piergiani. And you look back and you sort of see. I watched the Salford City documentary and like they wrote him off.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, he ended up at Oldham, didn't he?
Oldham, that was it. And then that's when we got him. I remember watching
when
him.
He got relegated.
What is he doing here, man? And then obviously we ended up getting him, and I mean he's now playing top level League One football. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, either 2-1 to you or 4-0 to us. I swear, if we beat you 4-0, do you know what? So if we beat you 4-0, I will start to believe that we can do something this season.
I was going to say, I think if
we beat you 4-0, if we beat you.
Yeah. I think if you win, do you know what I was saying is I think if there's going to be a team that wins this game, I think either team has to be looked upon as, well, they're going to have 28 points. They're going nowhere. I mean, if you're at 30 points from 13, 12 games, you're looking at having a really poor second half of the season to not even be in the top 12. So I think this guy, for us, it's our biggest of the season because we've just lost to Lincoln, but we want that result against a top team, and it's at home where we know we've conceded, I think, 4 shots on target all season at home. It's been flawless. So for us, it's massive game, and we know how good Bradford are. And that's the thing with it. So, because I know you boys are going to come and play to the level that you've played at every single game. Yeah. So, mate, honestly, I think it's going to be a cracking game of football. I've had mates say 0-0. I had a mate the other day that was like, I could see it just being like 3-3, and it's an absolute thriller.
Do you know, I love games like that. I love games like that.
End, last minute goals, you know what I mean?
Not last minute, please. No.
That's what Jamie Reed? No.
Do you want an interesting stat? You'll like this. So on 10 games, the teams in first and second position in League One, aside from 1 year, it's in like the last 10 years, aside from 1 year, which was, I think, Plymouth.
Yeah.
The teams in first and second position have not finished outside the playoffs.
Unbelievable. Do you know, I heard this a couple of weeks ago on a podcast, And I think you boys were first at the time and we were second. Or
Yeah,
one
yeah, we were.
And I remember thinking, so hang on a sec, based on statistics, one of us two are either going to go up or both or get in the playoffs. It's just,
yeah. But on statistics, neither of us should finish below sixth, which would mean that we get playoffs.
so
Do
what
you
you
know what
said,
would be better if we got you in the playoffs?
oh, I was literally
Given your record against us.
My God, not a Valley Parade
No,
again.
but it's not just that. We beat you at your own ground.
Oh, mate, I know you're like a bogey
the,
team.
the year you went up. The year you went up, we beat you. I think it was 3-2.
Beat us twice. You beat us twice.
Yeah, we beat you at home.
Yeah, that was it.
I was sat with you when the first
Yeah,
goal.
do you remember it? Do you remember it down the front?
Yeah, and I was like, I can't stay here. I'm gonna have to go around the other side
Cook.
at this point.
In Andy Cook.
Oh, he's a good
Stay on the bench Saturday. Don't bring him.
Oh, he's coming off a bench on Saturday.
Oh, honestly, I can't stand it. In League One and all. Do you
He'll bully Piagiani as well.
Oh, what about and Goody as well? Good's been player of the season. That'll be a terrific battle. I was going to say, could you actually imagine we both got each other in the playoffs? That would be absurd, wouldn't it?
It'd be good, wouldn't it? Imagine if we were talking in 12 months' time in Championship, both of us.
What, both of us in the champ?
Your head would explode, wouldn't it?
What, second and third in the Championship?
In the Championship,
What's going on here?
Talking about going to Man City next season.
Be ludicrous. I'll back it, mate. I'll back it. Yeah. Liam, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
Mate, we've missed you and all that. It's brilliant that we're both in the same league and doing the things we're doing. Just before we sign off and chat of all the things that you're doing at the minute, for our match preview episodes, we've been doing a bit of a game.
Oh, go on.
Mate, it's exciting. So it really it's nothing massive, but it's a little something. So this season we're doing a little bit of a prediction competition, and the kind of guests that we have on for the preview pods, we've done it with every kind of team that we've played, or near enough every at the minute. And pretty much the game is you've got to predict your own team's finish, and then you have got to predict our team's finish. And so basically, the person that can get the correct prediction will win, or the person that can get the closest prediction will win. Now, if you win, you get a gift from us at the Stevenage Football Club podcast. Now, we're not telling you what that is. It could be anything. It could be a Bradford City promotion shirt from this season. It could be a Stevenage Football Club promotion shirt from this season. It will be a gift. So I'm going to ask.
I collect football shirts. I'd be buzzing with that, by the way.
There you go. We've sorted you already, buddy. We'll get a signed Bradford shirt.
It have to be Bradford, mate. I collect other clubs. I've got Anthony Sarsevic's Championship Stockport County 22-23 shirt hung up in the wardrobe, signed.
Elite.
Signed. Champions one.
Oh, there you go. If you win, we'll get you a little signed shirt. You know what we'll do? We know what we'll do. We'll get you Cole Piagiani to sign it. There you go.
I'll get one off Jake Young.
Yeah, to be fair, you probably saw your own shirt, couldn't you?
Yeah.
We'll get him to write a bird watching and plane spotting on it. So prediction: Bradford City and us at Stevenage. What are you going for, mate? I've got a pen and paper. I'm going to write it down and record it.
You're going to hate me.
Oh, no. What are you going to say?
I think we finish 8th.
Oh, that's a great finish, though. Okay, 8th.
I think you finish 10th.
Oh, mate, I'd take that.
I just, do you know what I think it is? You look at it and you kind of go Stockport, Bolton, Huddersfield, Barnsley, Wigan, Luton, Reading, Wickham, even Plymouth.
Down the bottom, but...
Yeah, these teams should not be where they are. Even Blackpool should not be where they are. And at some stage, maybe not all, but 4 or 5 of those are going to click. And
yeah, I agree.
It's down to, again, it's down to how you manage your blips. That's what it's down to. It's down to how you manage those blips. Obviously, you had your blip on Saturday. This is now how you bounce back to us. We've got Lincoln on Tuesday.
Is that at home? Is that at your place?
Yeah.
I think you'll beat. Honestly,
I think we'll beat them.
I'll be honest. I know we lost the game and we Reedy didn't play. We kind of got the 11 wrong. I wasn't that impressed with Lincoln. I thought they were.
No, same with me with the Doncaster thing. You lost because of you guys, not because of them.
Bingo.
But you look at it and you kind of go, if 4 or 5 of those teams click, and you've got to think some of them it's going to be really hard. So, yeah, do you know what? If someone said to me 12 months ago, look, you'll be in League One, you'll be sat on 12 games, 3rd in the league, I'd have laughed at them. And, if we finish top 10 and again, I'll be delighted with that, because I don't think we're ready for the Championship as a club. We're not structurally ready as a club for the Championship. Our owner can't sustain us in the Championship, and they say the journey is better than the destination. It's like with the Championship going to the Premier League. You talk to a Leeds United fan or a Burnley fan, yeah, the season they get promoted is fantastic, but the Premier League season's horrific. So I'm going to enjoy this League One. It's nice to see us playing decent teams again. It's nice to see us having, big crowds, decent atmospheres, and I'm just happy to be here. But this first season for me is a free hit. As long as we stay up, it's a free hit. And then let's go next year.
Good for you, my man. Good for you.
Buzzing.
Liam, mate, thank you so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, buddy. Where can all the Borough fans go and find you? I know a lot already do follow you and have a look at the lower league stuff that you've got going on as well.
Yeah, so we actually, weirdly, it's because of the house move, we've not done anything this season. Obviously, Fifey from Fulls Rushin and a couple of the other lads, they've joined us to kind of run podcasting things for League Two, because it's hard, because me and Hannah are both now League One. We've actually today, before I came on here, I've been working on our website, because we're going into like news articles, things like that. So we are looking for people to come and write for us. And for us, we're at the lower league. We're at lower league look and at League One look, which is the League One page that doesn't get the love that from me that it should, because I just like the lower league look account, because I've got too many people I wind up. And look, we're getting back to we're changing the format of the podcasting a bit. We're not going to do the standard weekly thing, I don't think, for a while. But what we are doing is we're planning on doing some face-to-face interviews with players and managers. Mr. Young is top of my list to get sat around a table with a cup of tea and just talk football. So yeah, that's the plan. And yeah, other than that, you can find me talking absolute nonsense and winding up one Stevenage fan in particular who doesn't like me. But it's fine. I actually made a picture when Steve Evans left. I got a bag of Reese's Pieces, and I just put the word "in" between Reese's and Pieces, and it was just Reese's in Pieces. And I never got to tweet out or working, and I forgot. And by the time I remembered, it was like, oh, novelty's gone now, because we're having a meltdown about Steve Evans leaving. But I was like, Reese's in Pieces, and that was my tweet. I'll send you the picture. It's funny.
Because we'll send it to him as well. We'll just send it to him.
Send it to him whenever you lose and he goes off on one. That's what it needs to be. But yeah, he's the only. You know, I've no issues with Stevenage fans. Like, I know, obviously, I give every single fan base a little bit of stick at times, but they give it back. He's the only one that I really have an issue with. But in fact, I don't have an issue with him. He has an issue with me, which is fine. I don't mind people not liking me. I've got Swindon Town's football owner, threatening to smack me in the Australian Forbes magazine. So,
oh my God,
be right.
Be right. You had it there, Borough fans. Be right. Borough fans, please go and follow Liam on all of those socials. And a little quick story to that as well. Me and Liam first met doing some of those platforms. I do believe I was outside that pub that time. I always remember that.
You were. That was the night before you went to Jersey.
That was it.
For the pre-season. Yeah, promotion. No, was it the promotion season? What year did you come up? 22, 23?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yes, it was promotion season 22, 23.
Wow.
Yeah. Speaking of, do you remember? So you've just said that the winner gets a prize. You won our prize.
I did. Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah, you won a copy of FIFA.
I remember that. Do you know what? I remember when that was won. I remember applying it straight away. When I was literally that year, mate, played it every day. So it got a good year. It wasn't like it sat there and got dusty. It was
no. Yeah, we got.
Yeah. I remember Amy was like, "Oh, did you buy FIFA? Did you?" I was like, "No, I actually won it. Like, I've never won anything. Like, I won a copy of FIFA from the chaps." Like, oh, that's you lost for 6 months then, and it literally was. Bless her.
But, you won our competition for FIFA, which is always fun. For anyone who does follow us, we're on the road to 10,000 followers. I don't know how many we're on, but we're not far off. So we want to get across that little landmark just so that it says 10K on the page rather than like 9 point something, because it irritates me.
Yes, no. Look, Borough fans, please go and follow those platforms. Just get them a 10K.
And then when we get to 10K, stop. Everyone stop.
Yeah.
You just want to keep that nice round number.
Yeah, because unfortunately, then when it's 10, they want 20, and you want to just keep counting out the round numbers, didn't you?
I was happy with 5 people following us in the first week.
Yeah.
I was buzzing. I was like, 5 people are watching.
Yeah. We're doing that on our YouTube at the minute, where we've got all the audibles, but YouTube's like, I think 80 views, 100 views an episode, and we're like,
Yeah.
oh mate, in a couple of years, wouldn't it be great to see like 1.1k there or 1k?
Well, we had it with obviously we were doing player interviews, and we were getting like 1 to 2,000, and then we interviewed Harry McCurdy, and we knew that it was a big, and so we kind of teased it, and it all came from, we interviewed Jack Pay, and we got about 2,000 on his, and he told some McCurdy stories, and McCurdy was like, I want to come on. He sent us a private message and was like, I want to come on. He came on in his Hibs kit because he didn't even tell Hibs he was coming on. So he rushed home from training in his Hibs training gear. He came on, and that's up at 10,000 now. Wow. He did like 7,000 in the first 24 hours. It was insane. He made the front and back pages of the Edinburgh News.
Wow!
Like we've got the newspapers with the thing, and it's like talking about us. And we're like, this is a hobby. It's a bit of fun, and like we're getting to do stuff like that. But like Harry's another one. I still keep in contact with Harry and just randomly send him voice notes or pictures, and he does it back. And it's like, these are footballers. Like these are the people that you grow up kind of idolizing, and I find it so surreal, but I love it. Yeah, so we're gonna get back into it soon, mate. But we will definitely. We need you back on 606 when we do League One.
Mate, hit me up. Hit me up. You know me. Always
League 1 606 coming back, mate. League 1 606.
Oh, mate, you know me. I'll be hopping on that every Sunday whenever you do it. You know me.
We'll get it done.
Well, look, Borough fans, again, please go and follow Liam on those platforms. Give us also a like, a follow, and a subscribe on YouTube, and go and follow us on all the audibles. We will be back on Sunday reacting. Oh my goodness, to the big game and the result on Sunday, and then. I do believe we'll be looking ahead to the FA Cup match at home against Chesterfield the following Saturday. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Have a fantastic weekend. See you at the game on Saturday, and then we'll be back on Sunday. At this time, guys, as always, legends, you've been watching and listening to the Stevenage Football Club podcast.